Hi, I'm Phyllis Anderson, and I am the founder of Carefolio. It's an organized way to track your health, whether you're finding yourself just wanting to keep track of your normal wellness visits and annual exams, or you are in some form of crisis mode where you have just been given a diagnosis and you're unsure of what that means. Carefolio is exactly the space for you to track this. So my career started back when I was in my early 20s, and I thought that something in medicine was a good fit for me. A friend of mine told me to go to the hospital and volunteer. And so I volunteered honestly for about 2 months, but that's when I found my calling to nursing. So 28 years in medicine, 22 years in the emergency room. I also served as residential care administrator for 2 memory care homes for people with dementia. And in order to track their care well, we relied on binders with all of their pertinent information, as well as medications that they were using daily. And so this is where Carefolio was born, was seeing how charting made a difference and taking care of people who were in vulnerable states, and the need for organized healthcare at home, so that when you do find yourself in the emergency room, you can just present this binder that is full of all your pertinent information, so that the doctors, the nurses, anyone who's caring for you knows where to start and how to take care of you well. And then any caregivers at home, they don't feel the stress of wondering, where is all the information and how do I find it? It is right there in their hand. You are able to track doctor's appointments, symptoms to report to your physician, which is really important, because how many times do they say, how many days has that been going on? Or how long have you noticed those symptoms? And quite frankly, when you're in the middle of something, it's really hard to remember those things. So I wanted to make that simple and easy, so the calendar setting is there. Also, as needed medications and routine medications. So if you do have somebody coming into your home to help you with these things, or maybe you, the caregiver, are caring for someone and there's multiple caregivers, you can have this amazing continuity of care, which just means wherever somebody left off, you can see that in the journal and pick up and continue the proper care for the person that you love. What I have created is something beautiful. It's beautifully organized. It is a 3-ring binder, so pages can be added, pages can be removed. I don't want you to think that you have to be a nurse to use this book. And this book can be used for anyone, whether it's your child and you want to keep track of their health, because you know all the things that the pediatrician is going to be asking, and sometimes, again, having a symptom tracker is exactly what you need, or a place to put their visits to the doctor. So a well child, a child who has special needs, but also for you to keep track of, when is my next annual exam, and when was my last test, and how were those numbers. And also, if you happen to be a home health aide or somebody who's doing private care and you're wanting to keep track of your client's health better, this is a perfect tool for you to use. Or maybe, say, a small 6-bed care facility. This is an excellent binder to have for each of your residents. So whether you find yourself on your own health journey or managing the care for another vulnerable human, let Carefolio help you serve cheerfully, spreading love and kindness.